Hello YouTubers, today is Wednesday, April 14th, 2010, and I was thinking this evening that I would talk to you guys a little bit about Pig Latin. My family and I were in the car this evening, and we were talking about languages and their origins, as we so often do, because, you know, us Carlins, we're very intellectual, and we like talking about things like that. No, we really don't. It was kind of odd that we were talking about it this evening. My brother and I were having a discussion about how certain words in Spanish and Italian are very similar because they're both Latin-based languages. And then he went off on some tangent about Pig Latin, and we were sort of joking around about it. And I said, you know, I wonder who invented Pig Latin. Well, if you try and look it up through Google, the first thing that comes up obviously is a Wikipedia page, and according to Wikipedia, the earliest mentionings they have of Pig Latin being used is in some sort of letter somebody wrote to a friend in like 1896. So yeah, they don't really know who first started it. Obviously I didn't do much research if my search ended at Wikipedia, but I didn't feel like researching much more than what I found out there. So if you have any idea of where Pig Latin originated from, tell me all about it, because it's something I'd like to know, and it's not something I really have time to research at the moment. The other thing I was going to talk to you about, which was actually my plan to talk to you about it last night, was one of my favorite TV shows. At the moment, I am really sucked into Lost, because it's the last season, and I've been watching it since season 1, and I'm really anxious to find out what the heck is happening, because every week I watch it, and every week the episodes are great, but I really don't feel like any of my questions are being answered, and maybe it's because they were things I had questions about that I don't remember, and so some questions are being answered, I just don't remember that they were questions in the first place. I don't want to ruin this week's episode for you if you haven't watched it yet, but it's all about Hurley, and I love Hurley. He's one of my favorite characters. I just think he's really funny. So I enjoyed his episode. I'm sort of getting sick of him seeing all these dead people, and I don't really have many theories about Lost. I'm getting sick of certain characters and just trying to figure out, I don't know who I can trust, and that's sort of my problem with the show right now. Is there are characters that I love that are in like both groups of people, and I'm sort of like, oh, I don't know who to trust, but Desmond is getting totally freaking awesome in this season. I absolutely love Desmond, and I've loved him since he came on the show, but his character is just really starting to, I don't know, I'm just really liking what they're doing with his character this season. My other favorite show at the moment is Glee. I've really liked Glee since it started last season, and was sort of shocked at the way it ended. So I was anxious for the season to start up again, so I watched it today. I didn't watch it last night, and I was sort of disappointed. The episode wasn't really up to the standards that I usually hold Glee to. And I was sort of frustrated with the relationship back and forthness that's going on. I realize it's high school, and that's how relationships are in high school, but it's really annoying. That's why I'm glad I'm not in high school anymore. But I have high hopes for Glee. I think it will get better, so I'm anxious to see what they do with it from here. Sometimes I know the first episode out of the chute isn't always the best. So hopefully it'll get better, because I really like that show, and Idina Menzel is on it, which is totally awesome. I love her. And the guy from, why can't I remember his name at the moment? He was in Spring Awakening with the girl who plays Rachel, and I can't remember his name, but he was in the episode, so it was really good. Again, I don't want to throw out too much about the episode for those of you who haven't watched it yet, but watch it, you really should, because Glee's awesome. Okay, so I do have a couple TV shows that I deem my guilty pleasure shows. They're shows that I enjoy watching, but I don't know that I could ever actually watch them with anyone else, because it's a little embarrassing that I enjoy them as much as I do. Two of them are ABC Family original shows. One of them is The Secret Life of the American Teenager, and the other one is 10 Things I Hate About You. The acting in both shows is pretty terrible, to be quite honest with you, and I think a lot of that is the script that the characters are given to work with, so it probably goes back to the writers. But I've been watching Secret Life since season 1, and I'm so absorbed in what's happening, with the characters and the different storylines that I don't know that I could stop watching it because I kind of have to know what happens to them. But I was shocked with the last episode of this past season because I think if another character is pregnant, which they sort of alluded to the fact that she might be, but they didn't come right out and say it, I don't know that I could watch it. I am so sick of the baby drama on that show. But like I said, I'm kind of sucked in, so I'm going to have to finish it, even if there's more baby drama. I also like 10 Things I Hate About You. I think the reason why I like that show so much is I have good memories associated with the movie 10 Things I Hate About You. And the guy who plays Patrick Verona in the TV show is Gregory Peck's grandson. And I don't know how many of you know who Gregory Peck is. He was a famous old-timey actor, passed away several years ago, but he played Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird, the movie, and it was just an excellent, excellent portrayal of that character in that movie. I don't think I've seen much else that he's been in, but I have high hopes for his grandson, and I don't feel like he's living up to his potential in 10 Things I Hate About You. So I'm hoping this will sort of like launch his career, and he'll end up in some stuff that's a little bit better. But he's got this like amazing deep voice that when he talks you can't help but listen to it. So I keep watching this show because I like his voice. That's about it. And my last guilty pleasure show is The Vampire Diaries that comes on the CW. I don't really watch any of the CW's other shows because I kind of find them, there's too much drama in them, honestly. I know some people who watch them, and I'm sure that if I were to get involved in another CW show, I would probably continue to watch it. But right now it's just The Vampire Diaries, and at first it seemed almost like a Twilight spin-off. It's definitely different, though, because there's other, it's not like vampires and werewolves. It's like vampires and witches and stuff like that in this little town. And the show's finally starting to get really interesting. For a while there, I thought I was going to have to stop watching it because every episode seemed like it was sort of the same, and it was really slow, and like the same things were happening just to different people all the time. And the storyline's finally starting to get a little more complex, so I'm enjoying it a little bit more. But it's another one of those shows where the acting is sort of mediocre. But I'm in love with the characters now, so I sort of have to stick it out to see what happens. I don't watch a whole lot of reality TV because most of it I find is really just all about the drama. And if I really needed that much drama, I have enough drama in my own life that I don't need to watch other people's drama. I don't find it entertaining. I find it kind of depressing, actually. I enjoy So You Think You Can Dance when it comes on, though I didn't watch much of it last season. I have completely given up on American Idol because I feel like that show is just... it's so stupid now. It started out good, and now it's sort of... ugh. I love Ghost Hunters, though. Ghost Hunters is one of my favorite shows. I like it a lot. I love Jane Grant and Steve and Tango, and I think I could watch that show every day. If it were on every day, I would watch it every day. That's how much I like it. I've also recently started watching Doctor Who. I'm only in season 2, so please, I know there are a lot of people out there who are watching Doctor Who, especially since the new season just started. I'm only in season 2, and I've only seen like 4 episodes, so please don't give anything away because I really like it. It's really awesome. I didn't know that I'd like it at first, and yeah, I really like it. It's a fun show, and it's sort of a different take on like sci-fi and aliens and all that kind of stuff. So I like it a lot. And reminds me, I actually have to get back into watching it because I've sort of been taking a long Doctor Who break and I'm having withdrawals. So I think that's all I have for you guys tonight. Nothing wonderfully exciting happened to me today. I was home most of the day, so I didn't really get to videotape anything fun. I should show you around my town, though, at some point. I'm not going to make any promises, but my brother has been working on learning how to play a song for me because it's one that I wanted to sing and put up. It's not an original, it's a cover of a popular song, but I like it a lot. So I'm hoping to get that up tomorrow. No promises, but keep an eye out for it. I'll try and do something fun tomorrow, just so you guys have something fun to watch. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you all had an excellent Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Just to clarify, Glee is awesome, even if last night's episode wasn't particularly awesome. The parts with Idina Menzel and the guy from Spring Awakening, whose name I still cannot remember, were good. They sort of made the episode for me, I think. So I would encourage you to watch it if you haven't watched it. Start with season 1, otherwise you won't really understand what's happening in this season. But it is good. The music's a lot of fun, which is why I like it. Sort of reminds me of drama club in high school. Okay, goodbye for real this time. See you guys tomorrow.